Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eurymachus, and today I got something a little bit special for you guys. Um, it is the MG21E Steel review. I guess it's kind of special because this is another one of the weapons that I got as a result of the 5-shot. I got it from the Black High Sec case, which you get 15 keys from the 5-shot crap thingy that Nixon has. All right, so what I wanted to talk about today was the MG21E. It is, in my opinion, one of the best machine guns out there. All right, so uh, I'll get into first talk about the power, about its relation to the most machine guns. Then I'll get a little bit more in detail about the actual stuff of this the actual stuff that this gun is really good at. All right, so this power, it's a strong 3-shot kill to the front, 2-shot kill to the back. Never 4 shots, I believe. Unless maybe you have really bad damage drop off and you get the arm, assuming you even hit them at all. So it's a 49 point damage. That's pretty much similar across the board. Now, portability is 35. Alright, so that's about 1 point off from the other greats, the other great machine guns which I think are great are the MG42 Steel, Ultimax 100, and the MG36. Alright, so rate of fire is 80. That's pretty much the same across the board, except for the MG42 Steel, which is an 82 point rate of fire, and I don't think it's that fast because 80 is faster than the M416 CQB, and I think if anything, it's slower, if not the same as the M416 CQB. It just doesn't feel that fast to me, in my opinion. Alright, so the accuracy is like god awful, 60, and then that's below average in terms of compared to other shotguns. I mean, not shotguns, damn, machine guns. Now, this affects the spread in a way where the spread is bigger, but I don't really care about that because, like, when I think of spread, like the actual size of the crosshair, that's one type of spread. Now, another type of spread that I think about is like when you're shooting, and when I'm shooting, I find this to have pretty relatively small spread, but compared to the other machine guns, this lacks. The MG36, I believe, has the best spread out of all of the machine guns. I have not tried the MG42 Steel yet, but I have tried the MG42, and it does have a better spread than the MG42, which is the GP version. Alright, so the recoil is 72. It's the same as the MG42 Steel. It's 1 point higher than the Ultimax, and it is 5 points higher than the MG36. But I don't really take into account recoil when I'm using a machine gun because I do recommend bursting at medium ranges and maybe between spray and bursting in close ranges because the recoil and the spread can get a little bit out of hand. Alright, so the reason why I consider this to even be in the greats, even though its stats are not exactly so great, is because of its burst fire mode, which I will show you a little bit more later. And yeah, I just really recommend you to utilize the burst function. It really helps in close range encounters. And what I mean by that, the reason why it helps so much is because when you're strafing and you're walking and you're jumping and stuff, if you just set it to burst fire, because you're gonna have to burst. If you just go full auto at medium range, you're gonna get your butt raped so fast you wouldn't even have time to cry. That's how fast you get your butt raped. All right, so you should really take into account the burst fire mode, and you can potentially get a 1 burst kill, but you're generally going to take about 2 to 3 bursts if you're human. If you're a god, 1 burst. Alright, so pros and cons. So I guess the biggest con will be its terrible spread and its terrible, I mean, not terrible, like terrible considered compared to other guns. This has terrible spread and it has terrible portability. Now those are the biggest cons that this gun has, and pretty much I guess the only con. Alright, so the portability is actually slower than a lot of rushing sniper rifles like the L9, DSR, stuff like that. So I definitely recommend you to pull out a pistol, pull out a knife when you're using this gun. Now, just to show you kind of the power of it, I went into a junk fleet 1-man army because, like, you know, when you're in a 1-man army and you just wish you had more ammunition. Well, this is kind of where it helps a little bit, but still the portability does slow me down, and it kind of makes me like a walking fat target turd piece of shit. So MG42 really slow, but it has 100 bullets and 100 bullets in reserve, so you're probably not going to need to reload that often. Now the reload rate is pretty much average, if not a little bit above average. But it feels really average to me in terms of like related to other machine guns that I've used before, like M60, MK48, stuff like that. All right, so the MG42, the pros are, I guess, are the huge ass magazine, and that's pretty much about it. But compared to other machine guns, this MG42 does have the pro of burst fire, as I mentioned before. Okay, so let's get on to the tips that I would recommend you to do when you're using the MG42. So first of all, generally don't try to run with the MG42. Try to run with a pistol or SMG if you insist on using this gun. Now, it's going to be really hard for you to make these jumps that you're so akin to, so I definitely don't recommend this for maps that you have to jump a lot or maps that have a lot of long-range encounters. So the maps I would not recommend this weapon for would be Snow Valley, Two Towers, Kill Creek, hell no. What else? Roadkill, it's not really good because Roadkill, a lot of people head glitch, try to get some cover, and they'll probably just outmaneuver you even in a close range situation. And any other maps? I guess Cold Seed is kind of a medium range map, so it's kind of like if you're good, you can use it if you want. It's pretty much your problem if you if you get screwed over. So right here I'm using the burst fire mode, as you can see, so it's quite effective. And this guy, I don't know what he was doing. His bond shield was off, but none of the hits were registering. But I finally got him. All right, so this MG21E steel, you can buy it. You can purchase it from the NX shop. It is an NX standard weapon. So it is 700 for 1 day, 2.9k for 7, 4.9 for 30, and 8.9 for 90 days. Alright, so a machine gun is usually used in cabin fever, black lung, and maybe a little bit of quarantine. And yeah, and I don't really recommend this gun to anyone except for like the modes I listed before. So if you have to get a machine gun, I definitely recommend you going with just playing those modes alone. Now for maps, if you actually want to bring this piece of crap into like actual real gameplay stuff, then I recommend maps like Death Room, Junk Flea, and that's pretty much it. Now this is a quarantine game. It's an overdose, and basically how you want to use it, you're gonna want to chuck a grenade first, because you're very liable to get KS'd. And I'm just testing the damage. So on a zombie, it's 2 shots to the front of two damage to the front, like the chest, but 1 damage to the arms and stuff like that. And right there I got KS'd really badly. And these are just really small clips of how I'm using it in quarantine, and they can kind of help you get away, but a shotgun is much better in quarantine. But I guess machine gun can be used to pin down, but right here I got KS so badly. I thought I was going to kill him, but nope. He steals my kill. Alright, and right here there's this noob that calls me a hacker. Look in the bottom left hand corner. Yep, fails. And this is a game that Ninja Girl 2 was hacking in, but like I was too pissed off to even care anymore. So yeah, this is Cabin Fever, and I'm just showing you the burst modes of this. So you're going to want to burst from medium ranges. Long ranges, don't even think about it. Close ranges, I guess you can spray like I said. And right here, you switch modes by pressing F, which is the default key. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.